We pledge you love and loyalty to be country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly.
Sierra Leone is indeed a land rich in natural resources, including diamonds, gold, bauxite, and rutile, along with a vast potential for agriculture and fisheries. However, the shadows of its past, most notably the brutal civil war from 1991 to 2002, continue to haunt the nation. The war, fueled by corruption, economic disparity, and the infamous Blood Diamond, left deep scars on the social, political, and economic fabric of the country. The politics of grievance, characterized by deep-seated resentment and divisions along ethnic, regional, and partisan lines, remains a dominant force in Sierra Leone's political landscape. These grievances often stem from historical effects, perceived marginalization of certain groups, and the legacies of corruption and nepotism in government. As a result, the political discourse and interactions in Sierra Leone are frequently charged with mistrust and antagonism, impeding efforts to build a unified national identity. This fractured political climate has significant implications for nationhood and development. A continuous cycle of blame and counter-blame between political parties has diverted focus from more critical developmental policies and reform. Public institutions struggle with inefficiency and corruption, further eroding citizens' trust in the government. Consequently, national unity remains elusive, with regional and ethnic loyalties often taking precedence over a collective national identity. The lack of a cohesive national vision undermines development efforts, as political instability discourages foreign investment and disrupts long-term planning. Social cohesion is also compromised, with communities remaining divided along political and ethnic lines. For Sierra Leone to progress towards true nationhood and sustainable development, it is essential to address these historical grievances, promote inclusive governance, and foster a political culture that prioritizes national interests over partisan gain.
Yes, fumble them. As I've been saying on Monday, this na Independence Week. But the question is, what you get for show? Are we really independent? Because today I see a photo on Facebook, a delegation from Sierra Leone in Washington to go and talk to the IMF. 64 years after independence, we are still begging for our daily bread. China, that is now the second largest economy on earth. 64 years ago, they were in rags and tatters, using uniforms. They came to Sierra Leone in the 70s to build the stadium, build UE building, build the police headquarters, build the Mange Bridge, build the sugarcane factory that was destroyed by Abbas Bundu at Magbas, close to Magoaka, and they were all having uniforms. 26 years ago, a railway driver in China been take picture near an old train. Look the man. 26 years later, this is the same man with a modern train. and he's still a trained driver, having upgraded his skills. Now, stupid with stupidness alone, or now God costly? If you ask me, none of the two. None of the two. Far from it. We are just not ready to stand together and do what we need to do. Today, I read, because normally I can go around social media, just read for see what in the gun. Then they do beauty contests and irrelevant contests. The picky way win, then refuse am because he gets limba connection. Pujaun, then they in Disare because they did not decide who should win and from which tribe. Is that what we are, Sierra Leone?
That is so shameful.
Is that what we are, or is that what we should be? Ebo, how don't deteriorate so? But we they can't discuss today, how do we heal Sierra Leone? But before they go into the depth of the discussion, because if we look at the problem, Usai come out, they'll come out the solutions them. Before they go there, allow Mr. Turela himself tell you now.
Ici, mami no second no sukuri no to fambule min the cabo plenty kushete. Yet again another day. Come for can talk about the things that we hold we back. Will they stop we for progress? And best part of that problem day, and the fact we know they use we brain, we mold. God no give we brain for let be furniture. He give we and for let we use them. You see, we examinations the Sierra Leone what we don't they take. We all Sierra Leone. Now memory test. But see how much memory you get. Like say you know a mobile phone. But they know they measure how much you know and how much you can think. So we don't left now, we'll get a society where we always get for copycat. We are not original. My co-host just show me a picture of a man in China before and after. Before, he get a whole broken train. Now, the next picture.
They're not a broken train, no. Now the train I know they allow for Shaka Stevie remove railway.
Yeah.
And the same kind train that will be get.
Now he gets a modern train. So he don't improve his skills. He don't improve immortality. He don't improve a lifestyle. Basically, what I'm saying here, there is a transformation. Why do you think when you go to Boku developed country, they get museum? Because that is where you go to know how they were, and who side and they now. You always have to check. When we they come out, they talk about um, this we any word they use, we don't even know the meaning.
You are very trouble.
You know?
They talk about museum. Now we get a laugh. So we're not serious.
You know, we don't every man they get museum now, so you go look at them in the past. And who
If
side them come out, who side them now.
museum, if we get museum, the pikin they go say yesterday better past today. Now that you want.
Well, that is the reality in Sierra Leone. I say it all the time, I'm in Sierra Leone is always the case. Say yesterday better past today. Day before yesterday better past yesterday. Yesterday better past today. You know, and with a hope and the brace yourself say tomorrow and next tomorrow will be worse. That's the reality. That's the reality. But hey, we get people and what they can tell we about legacy. What is there to show? They just make a mockery of themselves and the country. What is there to show? You see, this thing when they talk about trauma, a lot of people feel to say, nah, how they call them, na candy. Trauma, na a deep distress, disturbing experience where somebody don't go through. Now an injury, now a damage, now a hurt, wound, wounding, sore, a bruise, cut, laceration, lesion, abrasion, and in some cases, contusion. There is a damage. We don't leave a lasting effect. For deal with that issue there, we need help. We need help. And the very first thing where experts they talk when they talk about issues of trauma, they say for you to acknowledge the fact, say you are traumatized, you don't go halfway for solve the problem.
Yeah.
But we are in denial. This is the most painful thing. We are deluded, believing, say, oh, I get masters, I get this, I get that. Everything will work. England for Sierra Leone for turn to England. We are not English. What good would that do for us? We want to copy everything, we not to we own.
Say we want for builder or not be.
That is the same thing, bro. That the same page we did. We not copycat. How long we go depend that? 64 years. 64 years ago, we were better off than today, 64 years later.
Definitely.
And the prognosis, if we go the way they go so, in the next 15, 20 years, 30 years, believe you me, the prognosis not looking good. If we are traumatized, this is the time for us to get counseling, get psychological help, for there we begin to reason properly. First, we understand who's how we come out, why and how we come out, who's how we come out. What are the things them when we don't identify way bad? How we go find a way for let we resolve them problem there and make them better. Because so far, 64 years ago, where we independent, people have been pass the streets, kerosene day, 5 kerosene day. People have been sell pint.
Say them be they get a pint. Then they pay you for give them pint.
For give them pint. But then they do recycling.
Yes.
Recycling.
Not cold storage.
And then they go for don't keep or not keep up.
And
You see, all the good things them, we don't lost them. All the things that what we inculcate, they're either foreign and bad for us. But now then we feel say they woke. It don't bring we come now a point of no return. But we try to tell people and say, we can go back. Now we go rectify, prepare ourselves. Because even at the army, my brother, when they fight war, when the war don't come, then they retreat.
They retreat, yeah.
Not to defeat. Retreat not to defeat, then they reorganize themselves, rehab themselves, take the wounded, carry them go to a safe place. They recalibrate. And most times when they come even stronger.
Why not?
So why are
you as an individual, if you have a problem, rather than you stress yourself over the problem, put on down, come out to go waka. If you not get any time for go, if you get place near you in an amusement place, go there, not for go drink or moleo, but like them park, if you dey near forest, like when me dey near forest, I dey waka inside the forest. You understand? That they help you for recalibrate. But the point about us Sierra Leoneans, whatever the reason, when are the psychological cause or the biological cause, I am still researching it. But one thing we're clear, we get a biological crisis of inheriting certain DNAs. One of the help we for make we go before. But the beautiful side about it is we can change those DNAs. Modern science don't prove, say, you can change or influence your DNA by the way they think, the environment where they live, the amount of stress where they put yourself under, etc., etc. What do we get for understand is this stress where they get too much anxiety. Hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to achieve this. Yes, you can achieve everything for God's sake. But don't kill yourself over those things. Get a plan. Be consistent with your plan. Put them out there. Why I say put out there, not by word, but your thoughts. Let it go out that I am doing this. Then you would have a response from the ether. This is what we are not doing in Sierra Leone. Rather than we do that, we dey try for live other people's lives. Hey, if I do this, what then go say? How then go look me? If I not be able to self soon, I go one for be president na salon, and I go be the first president where the comfort of back na it. Because me not care what you na say. I care about what him for do and how for do am. Not what people say. It's what you can do for people to see that matters. But these are all the signs that we are a people that inherited trauma. This trauma what we inherit from we ancestral age, we come up from far. A lot of people don't know that the damage is them of today, then get a root in them past, in we past. If you can able to identify, now I make way go to them people them where they do counseling. Then they always try for ask you about your recent past history or your childhood or anything and they. Because now that they give them the gist of waiting for do, how for do for get you out of that situation. We are as we think. Our minds control our success. Our minds control our health. Our minds control our relationship, even in the home. If you hear divorce cases, not all the man and the woman bad on the trauma. Who people enforced they're not being a penny, then in a village, but they're not a divorce. But we now, we also for be grateful. Anyhow be, if you then are Europe or America, you able eat, you able sleep, except if you're reckless. But you able. So why you and your phone are not for Sido to collect? Pass when they make palabra.
Well, I threw some wisdom keys inside this point of it. My brother, you don't day offline. You don't see body with trap miss, how they behave with it.
Yeah.
Very restless.
Also, I've been get them palm tree, them palm board them. Then me get the net them, but I see. I they see them thing and they are
very restless. Even for pick food in a ground, it go AC8, it look 20 times. It not a relax. Very restless. And when you are restless, obviously, you they make decisions in a hurry. You know they think them through properly. So you are more prone to be caught by the very trap where you're afraid of. Because you they make impulsive decisions. I don't know if you get where I'm taking it.
I understand. Now, exactly what they are they talk, now they explain so by an illustration.
Yes. Then now, we people them, because of this colonialist mentality,
Well, I would call it neo-colonial mentality.
they don't believe, say, who that go study law, get sense past them. Intelligence is not by your knowledge where you don't acquire. Man can never not go school, but highly intelligent, highly informed by
If
other
I
people.
come in, I will hold you thought.
Okay.
It's not about the intelligence, it's about knowledge.
Yes.
And knowledge is not limited to Western or Arabic education.
Education. Exactly.
Knowledge is an environmental thing, and it's also the product of the individual in wish.
Exactly.
If you are wishful of acquiring knowledge, I like you not sabi read and write, you go see them side and they talk or then they read and write, you go begin understand. I they give you a practical, I they take some of your time.
Yeah.
I they give a practical example.
Uh-huh.
When I be small with a songo, me namesake. When I'm a grandpa, when I be in the dispenser na songo, e been get that bush radio. And then they can piece that whole wire where then they use now and speakers them.
Mm-hmm.
That wire where then they use pan speakers for make the sound transfer. Now then where they can buy the whole na PZ.
Mm-hmm.
They make then tick them. We join two together. We mount our up mango tick. They put the wire up there. It makes small iron thing there. It tighter with rope fine. That cord there, they can write to the bush radio na the parlor.
Mm-hmm.
And that radio, because of the tall aerial we been get, it been so powerful they catch all the stations them around.
Mm-hmm.
BBC, Radio Abidjan, this and that. Then part them around we. We're not ever dark in the doors of school. Then they can't see them. Then they listen BBC every evening.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be surprised these old men will sit down and discuss the news after listening to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because they understand what in and they listen to. So this issue of go school, not go school, sabi talk English, not sabi talk English, that part of the trauma of the young generation. When people learn too egoistic, it tells you something is wrong with their mental status.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, sir. I be just want to give you that illustration there.
I agree with you entirely, sir. So people then get this obsession. Now we go school, now we sabi, now we get knowledge. But knowledge, it is universal.
Yeah.
And it's environmental. You can say you don't go study. Yes, you don't study. But this man, he get lots of life experience in the ecology, in an environment, in the area of specialization. Then you come out now saying you're a lawyer, because now one of the profession, and that's what don't cause so much problem now West Africa.
Say na Africa.
I will give you an example of something will happen where they tell people that say, not to the letter the way you get before you name and the one the way you get BN. Now in they determine how smart you are and how sober you can think. This lawyer now can come and say, teacher, he say, I see you they get this well, let me get this well. How you go leg for Odam? And the man said, not a bad idea. He said, well, I sell them. Now they talk price. This partner teacher, now they get that teaching money. You know, say teacher them Africa, then they pay them 3 months. Then they work for 3 months, then pay them for 1 month. Now you go keep all he come, he pay the lawyer. 2 days later, then the lawyer come back. He say, I want to see you now, you can see so. Teacher. Now teacher say, yes, you want can see me? He say, it's so funny. Me say, we the thing for go see you, but now you come, you first tell me. And the man say, well, I sell the well give you, but the water, I not sell them. Therefore, they give me, you got for they give me small fees. Anytime we want forget water. Because
now this thing, the man they say,
I'm not just for carry that bangane pants up that. He said, anytime we want forget water. You got but the well I sell give you. The water no mix so. And the teacher say, when I say one can see you. Then the man say, now what you want can see me for? He say, I be just one can tell you for say, why don't buy the well, you can be lonely water come out. So as you don't can now, go down the leather. Then you begin to build the water come out. Then the lawyer talk and say, I play be the playbook. You know, as simple as that. Then the teacher tell her for say, you forget saying I me teach you. Una can feel to say because they call una lawyer, una go intimidate everybody, una smart pass everybody. And I play be the play. Now he say, I know you can't play. Can't get you can't bail you water. Nonsense. Just clear up before me. But this is what they do. Do people self get responsibility? The same brain where the lawyer gets, now God give you self. Nobody not stop you for use your brain.
You see, sorry I cut you off. Yes. I wonder we understand one thing. Then people all where they boast about their education. They never see them ask who that the first man will get their education. Who that been getting the certificate where you get. If you say today, you're not doctor, you're not lawyer, you're not engineer. Who was the first doctor? Who was the first engineer? Etc. etc. Those people who came with those knowledge started from zero. That man a village. What they make that rope bridge? It take thick, he make rope bridge where people learn they cross with safely by foot. It's as good an engineer like that how they use steel and concrete for make that suspension bridge where every motor car then they pass. Mm-hmm. It's just an issue of dimensions and quantities. You understand? This is where we are getting it wrong. We don't so allow a brainwashing process started by the Arabs, because now the Arabs then start the brainwashing.
The first camp.
In the 10th century, then became brainwashing for make who believe and admire everything about them. Then they don't sink into with DNA. The white man come later. He see saying as so they self imposing your own education. And you know the white man outside gonna say them different. When they came, they didn't care about educating us. Do you know that?
Of course.
Because they don't care for educate you. What did they do? Then bring the religious people and say, una go brainwash them. Now the religious people now say they need for giving some ability for make we read and write. From reading and writing, it became something bigger. But that education what they boast of, it limited. It limited to creating servants and administrators, not innovators and entrepreneurs. Now I make the one that we come up from culture, we get that entrepreneurial, traditional entrepreneurial knowledge base. They like then they prosper in Africa. Go all over Africa. The people how they prosper, now they are in culture, get that business like innovative entrepreneurial DNA. Go to Nigeria, you see it with the Igbo. Come to Ghana, you see it with the Ashanti. Come to La Côte d'Ivoire, the Ashanti and the Mandingos. Come to Liberia, Oda they see they're limited. Come to Sierra Leone, limited. Go to Guinea, the Fulani and the Mandingo, then they compete side by side. Because then get them naturally and traditionally. What make they bring them point here? Now, for just reinforce the fact, say, we passed. It gets a lot for do with what would they do now.
Yeah.
Guinea, in 1985, when Ahmed Sekou Touré died, I went there. I go attend Sekou Touré funeral. Conakry was like, where they talk about any upline tongue. That was Conakry. Today, when you go to Conakry, you see a modern city. In Sierra Leone, we are going backward. That is we say something systematically wrong with the way they think. Rather than we sit on our social media, they cause and fed. Now we ask ourselves, what do we go do for change this way they think? Over so Hisan.
Man, I'm glad the way you bring this point come. On Easter Sunday, we be the debates now one of the forum where they bring one young man say they run for president. Now I say all good and fine, nice. I say, but what in he experience?
Right.
He don't ever work as a councillor. He don't ever work as MP. He don't want to work as a community advocate or activist. He don't be somebody where they help organize any community, as in creating a cooperative farm. Basically, it take part from things that where they happen in a community. Now the man say, one tell me for say, we left that. We want young person. But what is the use of you having a young person with vacuous? We not get any experience. Is it by accident where you dey go find job? You get your qualification. But they not they only ask you for your qualification, then they ask you for curriculum vitae.
You were asked a question
Uh-huh.
that both of you cannot answer. We want young person.
Yeah.
You ask and say, what you we need a young person for?
Papa,
And
I mean, they can't.
they come. This is the normal trend in Sierra Leone. Don't you see the DNA is dictating to us what we should do?
Yeah.
You know why they choose young people and force them for lead? In those days, now Kaiba business, all man for be ready for fact. So the young man then now them get the trunk. But we don't need that anymore.
Now we need thinkers.
We need thinkers. And we don't see from 1992 to now, we don't try several young people. Look, the country just they go
They're
beyond.
worse.
Because they not get the mental infrastructure.
You
I
know,
not blame them for that.
and with the philosophy where we say we want to go into, or we want for practice, we want to see the happen, we want democracy. In a democracy, you know they pick person because of age. You they pick somebody by ability, somebody will go perform. And in fact, not to one person they pick, you they make a team of sober-minded people them will go create wealth for everybody. Well, now you talk for say now for put young boy there, then that means to say you don't bring a policy where prejudicial. That is prejudicial. That is wrong.
It's not prejudicial. It's blaming and
You know,
complaining.
Because when you talk for say,
Why listen to this? Now blame and complain mentality they make we say the young one them because we feel say the old part have not been do nothing.
you know, because yeah, that's part of it. But also that group they get a lot of skills, a lot of life experience. They get a lot of input when they input. So the prejudice what they do now self-harm. They just the harm, because that's what we do with the sabotage yourself, with the harm we self. Out of impulsive. Remember what I tell you about where trap miss board. How it become impulsive. How it so mago for make decision. Take to an extent the very trap where they afraid that they go for them.
And then they go back.
Then in the next person can talk after what he's gonna talk about. Hey, but it's not Easter Sunday. We for respect the Christian them. This that. And then I tell her, I say, what is Easter Sunday get for do with discussion? You see,
Trauma.
one of the things we make we know they think this thing called religion. This thing called religion. It don't inhibit, it don't restrict to people them, not for think at all. Let me give you an example. Chief Mango for Gogo Chief na one pie house. He forget saying a chief man. The only panel sleep better. The party watch out. He don't get that, The party watch out. So when he can come into the panel, they sleep, and they come to the part. He say, and the suspect say you want for make an alarm. He say, but you don't prove say you're not a godly man. Because you knew and learned from the Bible say the Messiah will come like a thief by night. He says, since you are awake, you don't see the Messiah. So glory be to the Lord. You need not to worry anymore. Then the pastor, he say, well done, Messiah. He said, but you know what I will tell you?
No.
He said, until you don't pack all the things then. He said the judge when we meet the last time, Pontius Pilate, himself he don't die. He said this one where you meet now, I go make sure say the nail where they nail, they come on at the cross. So the part tell us say, straight there and not mixed by your foolishness. He said, until now Pontius Pilate be judged the first Jesus. Well, you don't come. He said, I don't come for you. Say you come for the second coming. He said, you second coming. Unfortunately, you don't come meet Pontius Pilate's back. He said, but this one where you can't come meet, so now obo nail. Now still nail that they take nail you. So what I'm saying here is, anytime when people want to think, they bring religion. Italian for say the religion, they stop the thinking process. But in
you want an answer to that?
Yeah, come in, sir.
Religion na a dampener for we trauma. When people are highly traumatized, some will go to religion, some will go to substance abuse. Some become so radical and fundamentalist that they will be very serious troublemakers. Rebels, you understand? All that here na sign of trauma. The next thing is the religion itself is not the problem. It's the manner it was preached. I mean, don't tell you just not say. When the Europeans and the Arabs then come to Africa, they're not being careful can change will. They been come for profit. So they use the instruments them we go able to control we allow not cut them throat. If that man you meet her in wild one, you go tell him about Jesus Christ, say Jesus they come next month. And when he come, they go heaven. Who say all thing they you not get for worry, he believe you don't get her under control.
And if you slap him, yeah, and the other jolly slap the other one.
You don't get her under control. You understand? That's the manner they preach religion to us. We then know the practice.
Whether it don't reach them now, whether not for say we capable of taking we revenge, then talk for say if they slap you now, give the other job.
No, then change them. Then change them. You know how they change them? They created the army and the police force. Then they teach your own brother them for kill we.
Well,
Let me know now, say we don't reach the point where that religious talk, that auto suggestion, that brainwashing, not the hold. That was when they formed the army and the police forces in Africa. They make us so high and mighty that even 60 and more years after independence, African states waste a lot of time on military and other ceremonies. From where I can at this country, I don't there 22 years. Even the independence day, they see soldier they march. They don't get time for that. Then they begin and they go and march now their schools. Then the king gets in guards them. They go make some display, all man clap. But for say see soldier they boom, 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 boom. Well, that match mentality, I'll tell you today, na part of the control mechanism. I make that how they go and waste their time they march for school. They are still mentally colonized.
Salon a big man in the match now, not to the picking there here.
Naim, now the
Big woman.
mechanism that it's a control mechanism.
You see, we want we get for the talk about people them we don't write books, we not think of them. You see, Karl Marx talker, he said religion are opioids for the poor. You know, when you talk about religion, it make them feel better. It is temporal, not temporal.
I hope it erase
Yeah, not temporal waiting, but it is not something where they deal with the issue thoroughly. Not just how you call them, a temporal relief. You know, they clear the situation.
Alcohol or drug.
Yeah.
When you get a problem, rather than you sit down, you look at the problem how for solve them. If you say now that they go make you go drink omole or you go take drug, it's just a temporary solution. Why is there on influence? Yeah. After that, it become worse. It become worse because it damage you psychologically and physiologically.
Yes.
Same with religion. The way we don't take religion now, religion is not wrong, it's correct. It's very correct if you know how to practice it. As I sit here, I can do my supplications. I don't have to go to a crowd to dance. You understand? By meditation, I they do me supplications. By mindfulness, I they do me supplications. You understand? But when you take on to the level, you don't become entrapped. Anything IJN in Jesus' name. Then they think of how to solve the problem. They give the answer, give the problem to Jesus. Jesus never went away, he's still here. He's in you. Find the Jesus in you and solve your problem for God's sake.
You know, there are certain things in there where we need to know, where we not be ever know. And we allow them people there, just like how we say the Arabs and the Europeans them.
They manipulate.
We allow them for because for let us manipulate you now, you the give the permission.
Well,
you know. So the reality is, when they come, then tell me for say all what we had was bad. Let we abandon them. That's what the Asians did not do. When they go to the Asians then take technology, they refuse language, they refuse the religion, they refuse the culture. Yeah. Well, we embrace everything else, the Whitman culture, the Whitman behavior, and now all of that caused the trauma. When you see a Salon man, they look at porous society, they call it secret society. Unknowing to them, say, that is the real African academia. That was our university.
Exactly. We get different faculties. You get engineering.
Where you go join them?
Of medical science.
Not to the same day when I only pass out. So then he left now the bush. When they become, they replace the professors of them.
Yeah.
When are the people that get the aptitude, where get the spiritual powers for able they inside there for do research now the bush.
And you know the other thing about those societies, they were more connected with nature and the cosmos.
Yes.
Them powers the other people been they use for hypnotize people and say not just strange powers, it's there for us to identify and use. But if you don't get a confused mind, you want for be Donald Trump, then you want for be Banabom na village, you know they work.
You see, there are some things that they way we people in need for know. The society be there. If you don't work for we people them. In
Yes.
fact, the society teach with people them. But leadership administration and
Now
they
they
get different posts when they divide, especially pan the bainga the bainga the bele then bainga the mena. That is Tonkolele and Bombali area. They get clear definitions of them positions and them posted there. Then
but the roles were not too different, oh.
yeah, no, the roles are not too different. No, not at all. Then you find out for say, you know, now that we area there, now the soiree doctrine of Islam be there, where you can coexist with pagans, as they so call them.
All them pagan.
So because of that, if you go na Tonkolele, the headquarters of Tonkolele, what's in Nkola, Magborka, that is
Don't
where
Burka.
that is
Don't
where the
Burka.
Burka then
Them people and they were not joined with
we're not
society.
join society. So then go able practice the Islam undisturbed, while then one and they go there side by side, they do their societal rituals and business. But the scholar there not fed them, but yet they tell people and say that is pagan thing that they do, na haram. And by doing so, they don't make people for join secret society. It also fall na the north. The southern they still join.
But I want to let you understand one thing.
Oh, the admission of then society there, it also fall na the north. You know, it die out.
I want to let you understand one thing.
Uh-huh.
The interference with religion was not by the religious groups. It was done willfully by the British because they were afraid. They knew that people or members of these societies were like the military men of the community.
And for confirm what you
And
do,
they interfere with societies, them, not only religious groups, them all.
for confirm,
The Arabs, them, they don't come with Islam a long time, then societies, they've been there.
for confirm what you they talk so.
Mhm.
Do you know now Usai secret society then be there that did not give the British more resistance?
But you're only uprising. Now the poorer man then do amo.
Exactly. So now that's make the very first place
That document they to you know.
when the very first place where they divide. This division when they do that, then districts and they divide districts and they this that. Now Tonkolele first then do it.
It was a divide and rule policy. It was not a political tactics for win election. Now when they together, now in the effect. Now
Yes.
they don't divide them. And you know the other children do for divide we. After they don't divide the people, before they divide the people, I mean, then form what they call the Bandajuma Frontier Force.
Them brutal dog them.
Now they then go take divide the Galines, the Mende, then give them uniform. Then train them, say, then brother them now the enemy. Now they this division starts.
They start, yeah.
Even the hot tax war, now they idiots and they cause them.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll send you the document.
Yeah.
Not to say.
Yeah. You
And
know,
over the years, then thing and they don't become normal.
yeah, it don't
Because
become the norm.
nobody not make effort for saying, no, this is not right. this is right. Now, I make I can say the intellectuals of Sierra Leone are the problem of the country. We should have been ethically brave enough for stand up and say, no, this is not the path we should take. This is the path we should take.
That's way the people them where they always they bear the Bronx of tyranny, dictatorship in Sierra Leone, that's Uncle Lily. Because of that, because of their background, because of the thorough doctrine, belief, and everything they get, then get a belief for stand up and fight for what and believing. They get conviction. Now that make if you look, the wetman them, now then they fetch more. Now that make where APC be there at the worst. Now Tonko Lele, people them then they cement. Now they always people that they come out when they stand up for the country. We don't die for the country. You look at Fona, you look at Bangura, former Bank of Sierra Leone, with it. Now them.
We country, it get a lot for do. We get a lot for do. And the most unfortunate side of it is the present generation, they also lost bearing that they don't even know what thing they do. But imagine people and they take school celebration, make like say, na national development.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you go look the schools, the schools are not get equipment, they not get teaching materials, all the money then they owe them the waste unnecessary money then they could as well have injected it into those schools. But look this example now. The school of the first gentleman in Sierra Leone. Every year, they go celebrate Oba with a new car, expensive car. Me not jealous am for that too. Now in business, if you want it, if you 10 car, we will take all the money in hand. Like as Stephen be done if we build Kabasa Lodge. Look who's like Kabasa Lodge today. But look at the Bo School. With all the man they holler about Bo School. They do all kinds of ceremony. Look at the dormitories. Look the mattress them. Ebo, Ebo, Ebo. We have to change a lot of things in Sierra Leone. We have to change a lot of things in Sierra Leone. We need for go inside we self. Now we ask we self, are we doing the right things? Money is not a thing we should be doing all this rubbish for. You can make money whenever you want to make it. Money, it gets certain elements them will for come together for make you make money. Don't you pass for thief and lie, Congo and bamboo. They make money. What would they do so? If you want for be selfish, this talk what they talk now. I can stop for talk to Sierra Leoneans. I take them on a more regional level. I prepare courses them, put them online, begin teach people them. Then I say, these courses are only available to members. If now $1 people then they pay for 100,000 people know they cannot $100,000. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So money should not be the issue. Money you can make it, but you have to make it when the place is stable, when there is peace, when there is trust. Otherwise, when you make them, you they lost all back. You they lost all back. We don't see 64 years. We don't hear people that don't make great wealth in Sierra Leone. Where are they today? Where the property they other be they bluff, but Kabasa Lodge, how are they today? You they go and pass with motorcar where any minute you can
Salomon can believe anything. I don't know how the whole of Sierra Leone can believe say Sheikh Stevens na Mendema. Where it is clear, say they believe say na Limbama and where the man na clearly Mendema. You know, if anybody can believe say Sheikh na Limbama, then Salomon can settle for anything.
This is all part of the trauma, Imran. Imran, trauma is a very bad thing.
It is. It is.
Trauma, they make you believe what's not true.
You see, the things that will damage that country, they and we people them mentality. Trauma is one of them. Tribalism is another. Patrimony is another. In fact, patrimony it caused one of the biggest damage them after trauma.
Patrimony na cause trauma.
Hiya.
The patrimony we inherit from we malinke DNA. That caused the trauma. Tribalism did not exist in Sierra Leone until we were colonized. Okay? If tribalism existed, by Bure not before they work with the other chiefs.
No, nobody work with the chief of Banguma.
Yeah.
In fact, he even died at the exile. He worked with Baibure side by side. That is Nyanga of Banguma.
Well, so not to say tribalism na part of trauma. As a matter of fact, when maybe they go school, I don't know about tribalism. The first time where I say tribalism day, now when I entered Jala University in 1975. That was the first time. It came to me as a shock, but I was aware of what I was doing. I refused to associate with any of these groups. Then began Northern Student Association, Western Student Association, Cornell Student, this student, that student. I refused to join all those clubs.
For support, what you talk about, so we don't talk about Nyanga of Banguma. But by Shebora Ngbana of Tonkolili was also fighting shoulder to shoulder with Baibure. And likewise, Alamami Suluku of Wumbang, one of the Limba chief. And if you look at the chieftaincy, where they na Tonkolili, and then the way they na carry the area, it's completely different because the chieftaincy where they na carrying the area, na the Kali chieftaincy where it's purely Islam influenced.
Yeah.
While the chieftaincy where they under a very poor influence. You know, you see, so if people live with different tribes, different belief system, able to work together, that is a clear support of what you talk, you experience when you get to university. You support that. They work together side by side.
And I will say this again. Present day, the university is doing all the damage to Sierra Leone as we speak.
That I agree with you 100%.
Now, in fact, they don't make them worse. Now, at the universities, not only regional or tribal clubs, then get cults.
Well, Mickey add Pantap Day.
Are they come? Let just finish. We don't talk now, say APC and SLPP, they collaborate, not so?
Yeah.
You know why? The people in the top of those two political parties in Sierra Leone, they have always been members of the same cult. Go and find out what I'm telling you. And especially those graduating from Fobe College. Go find out what they tell you.
Man, I mean, don't tell you, say Sierra Leone, na the ordinary people and deep and party color and political party loyalty. Politicians, them, not they with us, they're in the stratosphere. Then when they up now,
they allow them.
It's about contracts, it's about Osusu, it's about deals. They don't get the same
Now
leads and
we allow
program
them.
as us. Then when they up yonder, they don't see call out, they don't see party. Now contracts, deals, and the criminal enterprise for loots the wealth of the nation at the expense of the people. They have never been interested in.
But that's what this calls for.
And this thing where they talk about FBC, not to FBC go graduate to. That problem there is start from class 1. You see, where education system, not to learning, now brainwashing.
But I will not tell you.
Now brainwashing. Because when you go to school, for go memorize, A stand for apple. Apple they grown as Sierra Leone. How you go use example when not exist in your environment? So you just memorize and regurgitate. You they done school, you don't learn nothing. Because they don't tell you for say, we all go to our classes with clean hands and faces to pay great attention to what we are told. Not what we learn. Not what we understand. Not what we comprehend. You see,
you
we
know
know
the
and it can be, brother. One of the biggest problems, we all go to school, we come out, we know they think. We don't have thinkers. Now what they see, even we brother the wedding man and like Conotry, Ronald Johnstone, then they talk about deep stuff. Now that make we say now redemption. Say we have to do indigenous research. Quite a lot of things them way we talk about could be speculative. Because you know, say history, they either dig them up or by talking, by word of mouth, or they write them down. And we in our society, mostly now by talking and they pass them down from person to person. But we intellectual class, they're so lazy. They don't write nothing and they just continue to regurgitate what they with man right and what they with man say. So I see me brother Konotri, they make very important points about Magorka, where now something different to what I said. But we both they say the same thing because one parent today must be correct. But if we do the research, we go able to find out the right account. Because the story was told by different people from different points of view with different intentions. These are the things people don't fail to realize. Anything where person talk, you get to talk about the intention. You get to talk about the reason behind it. So I'm so happy we get wonderful people when they participate. Baba Tunde Tijan don't join we. Papa welcome. Al Kuya don't join we. Thank you, Ronald Georgestone and Konotri. We appreciate you now. We have to take part in this debate. We have to talk. We have to bring everything under the Chukublai where we know, but we indigenous country. Because if we not orientate ourselves in order we be, if we not learn about we own society, we will continue with what you know to we own. Because that was the mistake from the beginning. We say we independent. That lie with the lie to we say we're not independent. There be a transfer of power from the from the white colonialists to the black colonialists. So the white man is still live and kicking inside Sierra Leone in the form of black people. And now them take power from 1961. They continue, they go on with the divide and rule enterprise. Where
you know why?
Yes, sir.
You know why?
Talk to me, sir.
Your educated class is the most traumatized class in Sierra Leone.
That would not surprise me.
They have become so traumatized, they've lost all color of their identity. They want to be people they are not.
So sad.
But as legal system, then they were weak. They go na court.
We're not to make that money go.
Trauma, Imran. You don't blame these people for being stupid. You have to make them understand that this is a problem for them.
Sell the well, give chicha. Then 2 days later, I come back say, I sell the well and not sell the water.
The point I'm making is, until we agree individually, because some of them, when you even want for going to conversation with them, they read the uppity fake traumatized mentality they come out of them. They want to tell you what they believe in is correct. It's not. It's wrong. Our educational system now a brainwashing system. And our educational system now make we 30 day after 64 years, pass we they take plane for go bigger. You know how we do that? You know how I do that?
Yep, talk to me.
It's only in Sierra Leone. The pupil or the student has no right to think out of what is given to them for say this is the answer.
You crazy?
So then don't tell we say be dependent. Dependent. If you go primary school, what you they learn? Now the notes where the teacher they give for go give and back.
Yep.
You go secondary school, now the same thing.
Yeah, you go for
You go university, then all lecture notes were done past 40 years. Then they can't give say this na legacy. Now this is for Sabi. Where you answer I'm the lecturer, they give good mark. That is how dependency is created. We don't see these things because we have been brainwashed.
Very brainwashed.
I refuse to be brainwashed. Let me tell you this. The first day I went to the grammar school, I was 2 weeks late. I meet a BK test. I take the test. Because Natura have been done do na me first year na St. Helena school. I was 2 weeks late because I came by boat from Bond from holidays. The boats been get problem, we make so we get for which stay they repair them. ML Bond. When I leak the class, the teacher can't tell me, or he can't talk na the class in surprise. This fuller boy will come out from a second class school. They can't take first. Now answer him. Something told me answer him. I told him. I say, please, sir, I may have come from that school, but I studied this what you gave us an exam in the first form. The man say forbid me. I deny say forbid me. We'll go to the principal. The principal now make the teacher look funny. Now I say, okay, give him 3 cuts. 2 days later, me and the principal meet. He say, how are you? I say, fine, sir. He say, don't worry, huh? He said, I only allowed the teacher to flog you because you went against him. This is all part of the colonialism. This is how our system is designed. And what we think we know is 90% lies.
Well, if I'm so happy you say this, I grew up with the colonial philosophy to obey and complain.
But now you the talk so that part of the colonialism.
Obey and complain.
And obey and complain. Now traumatize a lot of people with today. Then a public offices they misbehave, but they don't say that they misbehave.
Whether that make people they get the mentality say, they challenge government too.
Yes.
They challenge government too.
Yes.
Makeni they crazy and challenge government. Now government property, the machine and government property. What did they fail for realize? Government not get no property. Any property where government they waiting, then they oversee on behalf of the population. Now the population gets the property. They are overseers.
Exactly.
And you hear people with the ignorant self that they talk say, and Madabio government. Madabio no get government. Now Sierra Leonean government. And Sierra Leonean government, now the people give them
everybody in government.
Exactly.
So if Madabio they misbehave by we property for tell them.
No. the panel, Mother Bears, when they talk to Ribery down for door, it ain't a road. They say as the Pope they take the last breath, so they don't get the wireless. You see, Mother Bio, it fall under the Kreman parable where say you better not get calendar, but you know where 40 days. Because they don't pack the bag safe, because now first get for you know say now make furana them bury. Now make furana them bury.
Are you serious?
They get for go soak the flour.
Are you serious? After both school, you know to buy mattress for the school. The man not plane they go to Vatican City.
You know, say post enough for die now. First the rich lady, man, they sit on the country.
This made me in business. No,
man, it don't get 100 bag of fresh. They don't soak them or beat that flour. They for make fura. Now for make the fura. Now for shape the brain. Get for shape that fura. All the Italian man get for its fura this time here. And I'm gonna president. Any time person die, he get for arrive there.
And let God come up here, then go appoint the African man as Pope because
I never be able to go for lunch every day. In fact, I'm going to in charge for cook the condom. Say go Mondo. He go cook the condom for Mondo. You know, it's just a joke. And you see people and they encourage that nonsense. You get country when not get money. That they show that picture of both school geometry. The man he watch, the man he can't wait go with, and they waiting enough to renovate the one old school and buy new mattresses for them picking and day. You know, it's just
look.
They don't get no empathy and feeling.
Trauma. Look. You know, they look for a picture, but I not see them. I want to say Leone and then take note of one thing today. Okay? Here is this man we have as president, where they live a very ostentatious life. He get all things to him wish. A person get all things to a wish for be happy, not so? Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen a happy Julius Madabio? He always get a sad look. Now because of trauma. That guy is traumatized.
Always seen a constipated pigeon.
He's always annoyed or in face draw. But even when you come in, they won't all go school for me. That man smile now. If he smiles like this, he said he smiles.
But you know, see, this trauma.
That trauma
is very much systemic. You know, say when you're a big man as alone, you get for make yourself like constipated pigeon. You know, for laugh. You for cocky. You forget stiff nose.
That's the trauma. That's the trauma, Imran.
You don't forget sense of humor. You not for play. Because if you play, you not kalokalo, you kalokalo. You see, even with definition of leadership now, we country now dictatorship. Because when you hear people and they talk all the time, hey, we need a strong leader. A strong leader is a dictator. We need a leader where they can't make so. A leader now just the person where they put the team together.
Yeah.
Not only they make the decisions. If they put the right people in the right place, where between them, then go able create wealth, then go able create development, then go able create a policy or an environment where go transform lives.
Yeah.
But we believe, say, we get this strong belief, say, a leader now one green person.
No. The leader in role now for create the environment we will enable everybody for work together. That's the role of a leader.
That's the role of a leader.
Anyhow you turn them, just look at a team manager. A team manager, they succeed when he able to bring all the players then together. But if you then a club where not they bring the players then together, let that club get money, you know they succeed.
My brother, if I
will wait for me, sir. The example where they give a club where they support Manchester United. They get the money, but they cannot build a team because they get players them way over egoistic. They get a management system way faulty. You understand? And like you bring the best manager. Now make I can tell you say, if even we have Jesus Christ at State House, Sierra Leone is still going to fail.
Sierra Leone is doomed. Right now.
Madam, I dey tell you this today, Imran. If you watch me stance, I know they blame Madabio for most things where they go wrong. Now we create them.
No, but I have said this
And we
over and
create
over again. One person not able to make a country,
you
either
know,
one person not able to quell a country. If you see Madabio they misbehave, so he gets support, he gets people who will help him for staying in power. He alone cannot hold us hostage. There are people working with him.
no.
And likewise, for let you get a leader, we go able to lead una properly. Again, forget a good team. People are
But
going
look
to work
at
with
this
them.
example of both school. Let us be fair. Let us be very fair. Julius Madab is just one person of the whole crowd we call the both school Oba group, not so?
Yeah.
And most of them, as we speak, they are in very good positions and get the ability. You don't even need for go thief government money or take your money. You are in a public office holding a public position where you can talk to any of the international agencies. Without they give $20,000, $30,000 under, una use them for make the school. And una use that as a beginning for make all the other schools them. Every year, una they make one school.
Both
But
schools.
they will not. You know why? Why can't I say Chris na big thing? But you don't believe. The case na kuna saloni. Emerson be correct. We say we na coconut head them.
Man, the reality here is that school day we not able to get mattress for picking. Then picking them. The person we wreck with electoral system, where they're not able to hold comparable. Because that is the biggest joke will ever happen in the country. A man where an electoral commissioner, he fail in his duties. That man if in a jail by now.
That's what you say.
But if in a jail by now.
You say.
Because na treason that man they commit.
I know, but that's what you say.
You know, now both school he go. Madabio.
How do you see to Madabio?
Now
Do
both
you
school
know
he go.
relationship?
Now both school he go. Madabio go both school. Now they back the former energy and power minister. We don't pull electricity, don't resign, they don't come out. What's in that? They can't just say. Now they say go.
That's when he resign on na Madabio pull am.
Then push it back on a do.
So that's why say them they're not pushing back out and get other job for do.
Well, when they pull and they
France.
Tim the monkey say, Mbusa kaki, wanga kaki, you know, then pull kaki, then they replace them back with kaki. In fact, the person where they put themselves, it not sabi nothing in agriculturist. So you pull kaki, you go replace her with Delba.
Kanja say no sabi nothing but electricity.
Then not sabi nothing but electricity.
Kanja na general degree do na for Bay College. No sabi nothing but electricity. We get people there when are expert in electricity like there Andrew Kiley, the other hands. Because Andrew Kiley is not part of the cabal or the clan. No, he should not hold that post.
You see, the problem who gets now with
They come, let me make one point. Sir. You know, one of the things with trauma they create now unnecessary insecurity. Look at the way them guys here they behave. They see a lot of insecurity in them. Then the next few trauma they create a kind of reckless abandon. Say, well, what thing get for be like be? And when that happens, you know, till the end, misuse of substance, debauchery, and all kind of reckless public behavior. It's all part of the trauma.
Then the other thing back where it make people get bad definitions of words and of certain situations. Like, for instance, as you and I, they do what you would do, we know very well for say it is not the role of a politician for give you one bag rice or pay school fee for you or for you.
Already come on.
But in Sierra Leone as it is, if somebody they in a locality where they participate as a good citizen, but everything where they go on, now that society they vote, in an activist, in a advocacy they do, they organize the people them for do sport, they organize the people them politically for make them go able express themselves in the areas them where they need for, so they go get the help where they need for develop them place. They go organize them for make cooperative farms, because when you're not a politician, you get to be involved in your community. That's all you need to do. But we don't get a bad definition when people then believe very stringently. As you talk about politics, that man we don't take it term, don't they organize the people and don't they work with the people then? Where one cut him up, an adopt man. We want somebody we go to at least talk and bill a health center. But the man when he can build a health center, now businessman, if he pull him money, he can forget his money back. So this is where the corruption comes in. This is how people have the bad definition. Because, like for instance, look at this man called, I don't know him. I'm not saying it because I meant, him. No. Who say he come out? Jagaban. What does he do? Whose experience he gets from salon politics? They say he gets some homes in America. Yes, fair enough. But is that enough? Does he understand Sierra Leone? Does he understand the psychology of Sierra Leone? Does he understand the anthropology of Sierra Leone? Does he understand the culture of Sierra Leone? Does he understand the mentality? How can you teach people them forget their identity where you said not get your identity bearing correct? You see small bobo where if papa go set fire, where they massacre Fulamanden, na Binchi. He was a judge, a lawyer. Enough facts for let the people them get justice. How Igogo creates the confusion, the chaos, the pandemonium. When he lost the election, go to the back in the future and practice the law while he left the people them for pick up the mess. And that's in he left nasty trauma, serious trauma. Nasanda. And that man, he became now, no one can be president. And that very bobody, then kick him na parliament. In a lawyer, he not able to fight for himself. Kick him, come out na parliament. He not able to do them though. He want can be, they can be brother. You see, some of them things there, we have to say them.
No, I don't want us to go into it because they're all sick minds.
And they can be brother, do you bear me?
No, if you go down with the people level for convince them.
Are they big? Because some of them things that one can't help, but
it will not solve the problem.
Just pour light on them. Now make a talk say I don't mean harm. Because then you see them, two brothers them, the Kaloko brothers them, even brothers them. That don't tell you for say the office, it don't disgrace, it don't get no more value. All kind Tom, Dick, and Harry feel to say now they can go there because the bar don't come so low. And it's going to bring the bar from how they call them, from pole vault, they bring account to high jump. Mother Biona don't pull the bar come out. Now on a long jump.
You don't see where computer they done, how they behave.
I'm telling you.
You don't see where computer they done, how they behave.
About the computer don't know me and tell me bralala.
Salon in computer, now done it, they done so. So now all that thing and they happen, but there are signs that our central processing systems are faulty.
Bad.
The trauma level is high in Sierra Leone.
Look at the people that
But
we
the most difficult task is Sierra Leoneans don't listen to intellectualism, they don't understand intellectualism. You know why?
talk to
The
me.
trauma don't make we all overprotective. Even what you they talk to a lot of abo left that man then aboku talk idepa. They don't listen to the value of what we say here. It's about the boku talk because I don't know a forum where I write something. If this is too intellectual, I say yes, that's what I am. I cannot go down my level to please people. Come and meet me up the level. Today I make a comment na a Facebook page. The person they tell me, they talk to conspiracy theories. Now say all the prophets them own they go and worship, they were conspiracy theories at one time. I say I only hope when the time comes, you will not expect sympathy from me because I don't have sympathies to waste. Some of us see things before they come.
Papa, that's so lies that I come.
They come, I'll rather give me chance. You see all what they talk so about APC, it ain't in favor of Mother Buening group.
Exactly, totally.
If APC they continue they blindfold themselves, say then they win election 2028, then they are no longer thinking humans. They are no longer Homo sapiens. Now a bundle of morons and zombies they will get.
They are homo.
You understand?
They are homo different.
Una see them the way we una been get small semblance of unity. Then conduct elections, then call the results out they want call them, then pull gun fire upon una for traumatize una more parad pan the trauma. Una not get nothing for say. The always lost election, waiting for do, like get things for happen. You sit down there all over the place now when it's Iberian day. Every Friday they go to a mosque to the other.
I need make me cry.
To the other. Something is systemically wrong with Sierra Leone.
And the lies now part of the trauma.
Systemically wrong.
Let me tell you something.
Sierra Leoneans get for wake up.
Let me tell you something.
Sorry, sir. Not just how they say wake up. Now for grab, take arms and ammunition.
No.
Hey, we get for no say now we own that country. Now we property. Now we all prepare them die left country give we all. There are no landlords or masters or tenants in Sierra Leone. That will make politicians then realize say we know to tenants to them. But unfortunately, it will take until thy kingdom come to get this deep rooted in our mentality. May God help us.
Me from one small, I don't always get a suspicious mind. See something is wrong with the psyche, with the mentality, and with the character. Somebody now go talk, say, if you cover dogs with baskets,
It turns,
to snake.
yes. Let me
Why you read that in there? I say, I say, not lie. Then beats me and I say, not true. Everybody believe. Being the kill that I was, now they go catch me with my biggest dogs. I go take basket, I cover them, I put block and tap the basket.
Right onto snake now.
Net onto snake. That net they are not sleeping. Fine. And they anticipate for see the snake na money. Me man, as for net kokorio ko, I want go na do na me mama say pa catch you na that do monthly. Do not clean fine yet. So we do finally clean Saturday morning. I go spend long the monkey apple stick because I anticipate now say I can see the snake.
Mm-hmm.
I push the block first. But they run, I take long tick. Let the snake not bet me. Now I lift the basket. na dogs na come out. You know them male dogs them. They go, ha,
Well,
and then I catch them back. I vex. I say to them, I not keep them long enough. And then I punish that dogs. I left that dogs the next day.
where you go now, dog she meets?
Now still dogs back.
Well, guess
I
what?
left for they say they go 3 days. Now then go me Makoni go reach me. I say I want kill that dogs.
He said, I there, I'm bad.
Then they give me the TB. Now they I know say that talk then a lie. You see, there are lots of myths and day where we were told. People don't even ask. Well, if you see person go school, somebody don't like our we vocabulary. They don't tell we for say motamani motna phalanges. Now for that one person talk one wrong word, all man they copy him. Now Sierra Leone, what will all be the globe? Close up your phalanges to fit at the mouth. When I will see that there is something wrong with us. If you not believe, why is it that you go to school inside your own country, you talk in mama language and they beat you and they say stop speaking vernacular.
And in their man, they use in vernacular. They teach in Peking all the things they need for dopa and computer programming.
And today they talk vernacular in Sierra
And
Leone.
the Indians, now they're at the top of the world for information technology. Then they teach them in their own language, Urdu, Hindi, and other things.
Where you get a country, we don't independent, we say for 64 years. You get people in the same as Salumba today. Country we don't stay for over 3,000 years. There's a Salumba today. How a country will get back today? How we will get a country where about today the inhabitants them boku big past the country. Of course, even my colleague Naya Pajalo, he big pass Sierra Leone.
I got independence. I take independence as a small boy.
When people and they talk there, they're not even they hear themselves and Yeri say, Yeri, how stupid they sound. And we back there, Salon is 64. How can Salon go be 64 when the person will lead me to independent all pass Sierra Leone? Even the one where they point the country, they all pass the country. If the country is 64, no wonder we're useless.
You see,
then we are the youngest, we are one of the youngest countries in the world.
This name Sierra Leone, do we know how long it don't take? Because if we take 1462 to now that's much now the age of Sierra Leone. Okay? Because that was when Pedro da Sintra can call the place Lion Mountain. The question is, do we really know the name of Sierra Leone? Have we ever tried to find out? Almost Sierra Leonean able to know the name of Sierra Leone because there was a name for that place.
Of course.
There was a name.
Freetown was not originally called Freetown. There was a name.
As a matter of fact, Freetown never existed. Now, villages them in there outside Freetown they so now.
Yeah.
The western area now even gets name. Romurong. Now even get that name. The western area peninsula. Where rain they come, then thunder, then the area and take sander.
Yeah. The echo, the roar.
The area and take go them burnt area.
Because of the mountains, the mountainous area, the mountain, yeah.
Yes. And that time the vegetation been there, so the echo.
Yeah.
But Sierra Leone had a name. Even when the Malinke then come, who then can settle, they met this name. Have we found out that name?
Well, the thing is, Sierra Leone in its original state, be a place with amalgamated kingdoms. You will get small, small.
Not only Sierra Leone, the whole of the Upper Guinea.
Yeah. I mean, small, small kingdom then.
Yeah.
Because I'm even na Galines, then we get a king, the King Shaka.
Yeah.
You know, now the chieftaincies then after 1885, where then do the partitioning of Africa. Now in the British then come, when they can water down with chieftaincy, we king them to chieftaincies. And when they can begin introduce the legal system, you know. But we had our own system before them. Now be small, small kingdoms them. We not be get as in a whole Sierra Leone, now be kingdom them be they. But when it with man come, now you can't take them to they only make them now too. Because they don't want for let we get king as they have kings.
Well, let me guide you.
Yeah.
Before Europeans came, the Arabs then been they take one trip they can south. And of course, it was knowledge that Freetown now be a port where ship then they can take food and other things. Whilst then be they pass for go India, even the one they go South America. So the Freetown port has a long history from then 15th century. And that was how the Madinke people then begin enter into Sierra Leone. Because they can't do business, they make profit. They had a name that they gave to Sierra Leone. But we don't know that name today because we not care about knowledge. Sierra Leone has a name that had been given to that place well before we come to the Sierra Leone. You know in Madinga man they call sauce, which I like today. Tele. Sierra Leone's name is Tele Dugu. The source, the place of prosperity, the light.
That,
Back
that's confirmed. That they confirm the Madingo origin of we country. Who can they talk about the Madungification? And nothing that people and they take like a joke.
2011, back in 2011, when we had our 50th anniversary, I wrote a poem dedicated to Tele Dugu. Sylvia Olainka Blyden published it on a newspaper.
But there is Feredugu. So if there's Dele Dugu, that's a
Tele.
Yes, and I'm just confirming.
The light place, the source place. So how would they get prosperity? That's the name of Sierra Leone.
You know
why I bring her up today?
mm-hmm.
We are talking about how to heal Sierra Leone. If we don't know who we are, then we cannot heal. If long ago people let me they call that place the source. What has gone wrong that today when they take the sauce, they mix up and box up them. Now, then they make one side, then boil the other side. What has really gone wrong in Sierra Leone? I think we need to get a national conference on that.
We need to do so. We need for really ask some questions. It just reminds me of a song by Johnny Nash. There are more questions than answers. But we need to ask these questions. Even if we don't have all the answers, but we'll have some of the answers that would help to heal our country. Because looking at situation as it is, you see, when they talk about leaders, we've never had leaders. Leaders are like tree. Tree not they eat from ion fruits because it's selfless. It provide for everybody around the environment. But the tree never eats its own fruit. Now so water back. The river not they ever drink itself. The river from the source as they go down. All man they drink from it. All man they wash from them. All man they enjoy the river. They use it for agriculture and everything. But the river not they drink itself. They use itself. It is serve the community. That's what leadership is about. Leadership is like the sun. Every morning it is set. They fail. The sun they set. It they give light. But the sun not the benefits from your light. It they give food to all the plants there. For them able from the plants. But guess what?
Well, good morning.
You know the benefits from ion sun. You know they enjoy ion sun. So the point we try for make Naya.
Yes, sir.
This
Senior beggars.
this thing what we talk about Naya, it is deep.
If I never talk,
I hear you, my brother. How can we have a society
senior beggar
where people like Papa with presidents they back in the road, they go make fura for the Pope?
will not go tire.
You know?
So courage someone like I'll get the courage so continue, Mr. Jallo. The only thing we get for unite and care for each other.
Yes.
Who care for each other, will be able for conquer. This now serious war with the so. They will win this battle.
It's a war of survival of our souls.
Yes, sir.
Our souls are dead.
Yeah.
I don't care whether that man wear 100,000 watch, he ride motorcar on 150,000. If he not get soul, he not get soul.
Yeah.
Because the soul neither the humanity in we. If we lose it, we have lost everything.
Everything, yeah.
It's a war for survival of we souls. And one of the things we for do will make we win this war. Before look at how we go make the one that they had to let them tamper down.
Exactly. Well, that
because people they know they grab, then they build until south of their aid, then call a mountain. And that if una agree let them get power, they go can't. But the other one I say go can't do na bad. They don't get power, they not do na bad.
Bad. This are the thing. Yeah, this are the thing. You see, now this are they always say, Pajalo, them people here, then make we the fetus each other, with the fetus self, let them get here, but we let them do what then they do so. From where the world go, now the country who call Sierra Leone. Now these 10 people that don't depend for long, but will not be able to understand them.
But the British man teach them.
Yes. Yes. And what to be happening, we tell God thank you now. This modern time we don't come. This Western people, we don't create these computers and whatever internet way something happen. Somebody coughs right now. Now free tongue at the area and apple usadi. Now this don't help we. Not to say all them tears so we would talk about so we will not be know them before, but to not be able to communicate before.
Yeah.
The communication not been there. Remember, no more in those days where somebody imposing day overseas in the Africa.
Well, at 3 months, we write the person at 3 months. Then if I reply you at 3 months. So I feel now 1 letter on the exchange.
Yes. So this can be the problem. Something can happen even within the families there, we're not able to solve. You know, there one thing where I say, but right small thing, I say, low care for each other. Like one small thing where we call that recycling, where we not talk about. Them bought to let they will them part them, we they go get them gonna cold storage, get them gonna brewery. Now a way down they will be the see, will be care for each other, will be care for the environment, all them things.
And not only bottle, they get a metal.
Yes, sir.
Me I remember smaller this one go. Jaffa.
Yes, sir.
We be Laos na Moriton Junction. That's it, not being get more money. If we get in Broko truck, they drive all over the place. Them old motor cars, chassis, and they go take them. If they get the sign, I can where they get at them for export them. Now, that thing they give Jaffa money.
You see?
Scrap iron.
Simple thing. We now, okay, we get like how we do Europe here, we get the different thing them, we also they put plastic, bottle they come, they can't take them, the waste food. That waste food now, yeah, where you they get at them. You know, go put anything they when a poison or something.
No.
Yes, because that waste food they care who sell in the care and go. Now in then they turn, they make into manure.
Exactly.
That manure at the end of the year, we now also made the community where they would then they get that where the term reach now would they go take all man that day they come. All man they go, if they go take you now would they use as the manure for plants with flowers them. So man they use that even for do a half garden self. So if you don't go put something there when a poisonous something, where you go plant, where you go use them for like your garden, it go be infectious, it go kill you.
Yeah.
So now because they like each other, then they do the right thing. They know, they ever put battery or anything on anything when a poisonous something. Now this will lack now that we come today who we call Sierra Leone.
You know, side that come out.
No sir, no sir.
It come out from the history what they talk about. Long ago, we leaders them.
Yes sir.
And 30 days are the same leader they will get, then selfish. Now we leaders
Really?
them been get then gang they go catch people for cancel into slavery.
Mm.
Now from there, this mistrust starts. We problem now mistrust. We not trust each other.
We not to each other.
And me
Exactly.
own motive now for make we find a way, they'll begin to trust each other na Sierra Leone.
Exactly.
Now difficult task, very difficult. I know.
Difficult, yeah.
Very
Exactly.
difficult.
If trust not there, we're not going to be able to work as a team.
Mm.
Now they will end.
Make the mistake. We feel say
Yeah.
now when you go into politics, now they able to build trust. You know they work so.
No,
No, not at all.
If
So-
you have to build trust with your people, them stay out of politics.
Politics,
Work
yeah.
with them on community and social development.
Oh,
How
community.
them build that trust.
And trust, we're not going to build a community. You see, let me tell you what's the pattern of behavior of people like
Guy,
that.
the same way they be
You see,
them.
I they call me brother.
This Pasheki, SI Kuroma, Suri Kuroma, and this Kamarati. Then government, their own time. I remember that self-help what they do. You know, see that self-help, it benefits you too much that country.
But you know that them Puela,
No, sir.
are the bookman there.
Mm-hmm.
From then 1971, 72.
I don't want to bring something come in, we will end up with.
Inside on the politics. Now self-help projects then become a political platform.
Okay, see?
Where thing I want for talk now, yeah, because we don't pass 7 o'clock. What I want to say here is
okay, sir.
There is certain pattern of behavior where so ingrained. You see, we know the thing about community. If you not believe me, go na party, take chair, block the domot. All man you can and jump them pass, they know they pull the chair and the domot. They go they can and jump them pass, not to them business. It not concern me, not to me put on day. You see that mentality there. Now he make I go read this particular wisdom Tinia for make all man listen to a yeri. Teamwork. There are 4 people named everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was asked to do it. Everybody was sure somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done.
That's how trauma divides people.
People, yeah, exactly.
Trauma, they make you feel say, not to me job,
not to be duty.
Relevant past that and not for do I don't tell you say
not to be named and call. Not to be named and call day. Now,
one of the first shock I get now was that when I begin working at the municipal council office, one day I go work very early. I meet the chief administrator, who they next to the mayor. He all waiting they clean the place. Them up. Why tell her money, now tell me money. Now say what she making the cleaner they no country. They say no matter. He saved me first car, see place for cleaner, they clean am.
The
Me
cleaner.
say now I go take mop who begin clean.
Period. Yeah. Let's say one thing back way up at one time. I the worker because like me, usa denaya, usa the una valley. One time at the worker, I still go school. I am one them, you know. So I pass now maybe myself been there, we pass worker, they go, you know, beside them, they are there, beside the plant corn, some money plant, half of potato, and tomatoes, this, that, you know. So he get for snap the condom, the maize. He said to one party when I primary school teacher na I mean I'll continue in Sierra Leone. What he tell me say party say, now them poets man they sow the plants. Now I say, hey God, a primary school teacher, yeah, person way now info build up a community. Now they go talk say now poets man they plan. What thing they do now? What thing they do now in school?
Well, I'll tell you something, Sankara.
Yes, sir.
They talk from so.
Yes,
they
sir.
Out of the city. And yeah, the host and they far apart. All me neighbor than a farmer. Would I get 2 tractor, 5 tractor, then get a sheep, then get cow, then get this. I am the poorest man in the region.
in the region. Usa the work every year we can make that funding with the plant them petete right now self we dey pandi for plant petete. We get the chicken them now 10 chicken we can buy then I for lay egg. The egg then they no more you know we they eat the egg then they can use. So then can come we can just buy few no more now. I mean a supermarket for because people they will take care of. You know because when they can come if they no book the egg then they will not buy in a supermarket. So if I tell anybody now, say, you go say, but this man, that would then with man a day. So now some of them here, but it's all be the go
now
school.
Now we mentality, now we problems, yeah. Sankara.
Really?
The way they think, now they give you all them problem, yeah. And if we get for change that way they think, we need to get patience.
Yeah, exactly.
If we not get patience,
courage,
we forget the patience and the tenacity for tell with politicians, then say what thing and they do it wrong.
That's it.
Because now they hold the key for make change happen. But then we hold the key, if they're not they do them, we for tell them say pardon now this.
For tell them say pardon, yeah, now this we for do.
And I can always tell you now one thing.
We they tell them say now this we all for do.
I can always tell you now one thing.
Yeah.
I don't care how that you be, head of state or belly of state or foot of state, you not pass me na salon. Now office you hold.
You all equal.
You're all equal.
That is true. That's true.
If you know they do it right, I they tell you. They know to tenant to you.
Period. These are the problems they will get. If we're not able for that country, me from each other small be the watch. I say this country, we don't start them because they say people they say enjoyment be the enjoyment be. Well, that enjoyment will be there. That means it will not be the work.
That because enjoyment will be there now been blind full enjoyment.
Very good. Well, now these are the things always. It pass blind full.
Now blind full enjoyment.
Now that's saying the country derail, it go out of track.
Now the enjoyment people lost track.
Yes, exactly. Then they begin. What they call we and say the Athens of West Africa. What did they mean by? Una tell you back.
Well, the fact is, the fact is, we been get college na free tongue where people learn they come all over West Africa for land book. We refuse for land book.
That way, una open 1827.
Now they tell you, people let me they can't for land. Then they come on Ghana, then they come on Nigeria, Cameroon, all over. Even East Africans, they can't for land. We were there now country who refuse for land.
When I make Mr. Imran talk and say, that means they're not telling the video come. Who be get something alone telling. Now people then they tell we will not learn nothing.
No, we 30 days they refuse. 30 days.
They refuse for that. Not telling. You see? They say to listen to what you are
they
told.
refuse for
Yeah,
land.
exactly.
Because we not believe say
Exactly.
education relevant.
Relevant.
And the other thing what they get wrong, education
Yes,
is
sir.
not about going to school or university. It's about
No.
learning for make you
Learning,
able
yes,
to
sir.
take care of yourself now your environment.
Period. That is all. That is it.
That man a village where sabi making gari and in Pamine, that technology, if you able to improve and for the export the gari and the Pamine, then he's educated.
He's educated.
The Chinese
Exactly.
them, they make a way for make rice, then they make a like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Now in the all over the world, then they call her
The world.
What in the name of they call her becoming not the eater. That Chinese spaghetti.
Okay, wait, those one, that's small one.
Indomie.
Yeah, I don't forget to I don't get a guitar.
When they put that thing, they then put to a water, then boil and small the eater.
Yes. Then they on way as you put yourself on a plate, self, put to a mortar pan. You know, as you put even if you put on a microwave, self, before they say 2 to them 4 to 5 minutes, you don't cook.
That's typical Chinese
that's
food.
That's small macaroni day.
And it's made from rice. We from the town and they cook cassava leaf with pamine and put boku pamine now they planted today. We now they look at how we make the cassava leaf. Now they package them and export them in cook one way people then go they eat and just they heat them up.
Very good. Well, look like this. They will about they are with the pan campaign now. Like that bobo, we a lawyer. We say, throughout the first month, and they watch them. It go and give iftar to people. It go and give sunagati to people. That money where that bobo they use for go that lawyer bobo. That money they if you been create one small farm for the plants this cassava. It turn on to gari to fufu. Look where fufu would they buy a small plastic. Now look where it cost we. It begin for if you employ 10 of the Sierra Leoneans themselves, no more they pay them every month. Then they process this gari, then they sell them both internally and externally. You know, feel say you don't create something way before better. But that's what I way they go and give the people away right now. We fast month on all London.
Sankara.
Yes, sir.
I don't tell you say.
Yes,
we
sir.
want to change society, not join politics na salon.
Exactly.
That man before able to do they talk so if you not join politics. But the other side about Sierra Leone is if you go and do them things then they interpret and say na politics you don't come for. Then they begin find way for frustrate you, for scatter your business. You know, I don't really understand what's wrong with we.
Yeah, it's tough.
We need for take time out, each one of we, that we think, what you go do for make we country a better place? What you go do for make we country a better place? Because this not a matter be one in problem, not an Escoma, one in problem, not to Samura.
Now we all problem.
We all wrong the way
we honest to ourselves and to each other.
But look, Nigeria. Nigeria gets close to 250 million people.
Yeah.
Look, then they prosper. Right now, they get the richest man in Africa amongst them.
In Africa, yeah.
And one day, Aliko Dangote no go mine gold and diamond.
No.
We will get all the minerals and the hustlers they will get. Go then go on politics, then go thief money, go then come on a power, they're not able to eat the money.
Eat the money. These are the problem.
What's really wrong with we? What can we do to change? The answers are there. But the other problem with the Sierra Leonean, if you try for getting the answers, and go look at Abo no menda man aboku talkie depa.
When these are the thing. That we criticize that Salomale for
criticize too much. We're not face the facts, say things the wrong facts, with me.
Exactly.
Me when they talk, so I had a lot of personal problems, but I had to face it.
Yes,
I get to face and say, change this by your life.
Yeah, we all get discomfort.
Everybody gets a trauma for deal with.
A trauma. Yeah, we all get discomfort. Yeah.
But are we ready to heal? If we are ready, how do we do it?
This is the problem.
Because if people are ready to heal, maybe some of us will come in with 2 cents, say, Lord, do so, Lord, do so, Lord, do so.
Exactly. Exactly.
So the words they with you now, the Sierra Leone people.
The land fertile, and agriculture. Me, this mining self, naturally, I don't know. Sometimes I know one day gonna mine in area, but not just they move me. All these minerals, not just
the kind soils they will get in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
If we manage the environment properly, we're able to produce between 15 to 20 different crops, where they're all not exportable crops. This roti funk pepper, ginger, that lemongrass, how you call them? Nakambia, they're able to produce rice.
Yeah.
You can wala, they're able to produce rice.
Rice.
You go na that Shenge area, Kagboro area, they're able to produce rice. You go down south to Bont district, they're able to produce rice. You go to Puja, they're able to produce rice. That coastal area, people know how to use them properly. We're able to produce 11 million metric tons of rice every year. Presently, Sierra Leone they consume between 5.6 to 6 million metric tons. That means half of the production what they do, we're able to export them and earn money from them.
Exactly.
We go now the inner part of Sierra Leone, cacao day, coffee day, other things than they. That coastal area back, one fruit they will not see in value, but na exportable crop. That breadfruit.
Okay.
Coconut, they grow na swampy areas. Coconut oil, now one of the most important things them. Then they na exportable good.
And expensive,
yes,
so much.
Very expensive because then they use them for most of them cosmetics.
Yes. Yeah.
You understand?
Very expensive. Yes, sir.
We're able to produce exportable goods from with bamboo and raffia.
Raffia.
There are a lot of things we can do in that country to make money. But why is it that the one day when they go before say we want make country, they know they sit down ask say what can we do? This trauma we need for begin tell we self true. If you know say trauma, you're not able to heal it, not go near politics.
Exactly.
Not go near politics.
Yeah.
Because all the one they read the passing campaign, the messages they all they tell you say these are traumatized people. The other one they go and talk, Piki we not able was into it, Piki we not able this it, the all one can be pressed. It's not your business. This is a democracy. If we not say on all they are the same party, the one they are not able to do this it, we not call meeting internally, we not sort to ourselves.
Very good. Now that's how I say so. We not call ourselves internally, we not sort ourselves out. The solution is easy.
Now we mother be like for do bad no more. But if not your father, at least you don't do first.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the APC then don't useless stay the word left useless.
Well, that boy make the greatest mistake we do. You know the Cameroon people.
You begin kill them.
You begin kill them. Turn enemy to them. You know the war.
The guy is a terrorist.
You know the war. Yeah,
you know the work.
Not the work.
Oh, if you been kind that gentle way,
this boy. Yeah, that
boy do
just mistake for himself. Exactly. Especially now
with this
step. Yeah, the wrong step. They know the rules so now this 21st MS century. No, they happen. You know they happen. Which kind of error this bobo can make? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Oh God.
Salon killing, Papa.
Yeah, really. Really.
As I don't kill him, Papa. So if I can't kill with vexation,
Yeah.
We family work for salon, not get benefits. Them beat some of who not get benefits.
Yeah,
No
benefits.
vex. Now
Yeah,
you they can vex.
Yeah.
You they see the boy, then they pan the Oba ceremony. In company, they all they smile and so in face serious. When they when they make it, a drawing and near.
Yeah, he gets something.
I really don't know that about the expert.
Yeah, he gets something internally. He get something internal. He gets psychological effect.
Well, life and help. He has the position and money to seek help.
Yes,
he has the money and position to seek help. There are people out there who can help him.
Yeah.
When I came to this country in 2003, they spent close to $60,000. For Mecca, they go see psychiatrists and then
yeah.
Because then get them as a rule say, anybody who come up from a war-affected area, if you de-traumatize.
Yeah, that is true.
And the other thing, anybody who come up from a war-torn area, here they have a national conscription service. They know they allow you for join the army. You go for other service.
You see?
Then train we for first aid and disaster management. Let him seek help. He's a Sierra Leonean like us. We cannot hate him. But he's doing things that are against the people. He has to stop that now.
That is the problem.
Enough of this thing, bro.
Yeah, Aki sit down something and they meditate. The member say, this guy, what's wrong with him? You know they behave so in this modern time. You know they behave so. We are no longer in the 10th in 1100s.
They say one thing. They say one thing without regret. If these guys continue like this, some of us are going to mount an international campaign. Let the international community come. That will divide Sierra Leone into areas where we're able to govern and live together. If the Northwest able to live together, then live together. Southwest live together, then live together. They'll get peace.
If that's not the solution, okay, so it be.
They'll get peace. After all, Singapore is just a city. Singapore is prosperous.
Yeah, whatever they call a Lion City.
Singapore, I get a city. They were not just city.
Yeah.
Between Italy and France, not so.
Yeah, we get.
How now call this
we get Saint Martin, even the Vatican are just a city.
I know. Inside Rome.
Yeah, inside Rome, inside the Pope don't die.
But they are self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So not to size matter. Now peace and trust.
We get San Marino again. Another.
Now I have been the member about San Marino.
Yes. Another small one. But
not so they all them millionaire they go hide.
Yes, now they all they hide because they make us so. If I take here, put here, nobody know they follow me. That the logic that they.
Because let this thing stop now. Let's stop now.
Yeah.
Let's stop now. 64 years of hate preaching, fighting, cursing.
Yeah.
Let's do so. If we're not able to live together, now we ask the United Nations and the international community, let them peacefully divide. We all man going away.
That is all.
That one day now the Northwest, it no matter whether they talk Mende or Kisi, come.
No, we don't care.
No can sit down.
Yeah.
No, that the man we want go na the Southeast, go there. Once you know say you able to live there peacefully.
No problem.
Yeah. But enough of this rubbish. Because this is childish and very rubbish.
Country then they develop. We just the reverse. What is it?
China took 40 years to develop. We 64 years now.
4 years now they go. Na reverse gear. Ibo. What is wrong?
Let do so.
What's wrong?
That's what I say.
What's wrong?
That's what I say.
What's wrong?
What's wrong with you? That's what I say.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Something wrong somewhere. We need to find out and try to solve this problem.
If we want to solve a problem, we will solve them. But let's put hypocrisy aside. Let's put mistrust aside. Let's forget about money if we want to make Sierra Leone. If we make a country united, that man way they strain for make $1,000 today. In the next decade, he will be a multi-millionaire in dollars.
Millionaire.
Nobody can stop anybody from growing where there is peace and trust.
Peace and yes, really.
Except if you're not ready for make the effort.
Look,
and as long as you not go against the law.
This is too pathetic.
1980, Dubai was just a fishing village in the Middle East.
Look how they are today. Yeah, today.
If you say na magic make that place,
no, not at all.
Trust and peace.
And peace.
You
see that love will not get for each other. You are part
of Sierra Leone. You are a brother to us.
Oh God, what is wrong? What is
wrong?
Go
and seek help. Go and seek help. Let us all sit together and address our problems peacefully. But if we cannot, let we take a decision. After us, every district in Sierra Leone get a mineral resource where we will run themselves.
Yes. Now, in those days, where will not be done, all the other mineral has to be done on the north side. They make both. Hey, we get diamond, we get cacao, we get coffee. They shape the country. But now they talk about again for not shape the country.
And now they say cacao and coffee. If we reforest the north, they grow there. The tribe is small, they go coffee na maboka.
Me daddy get small coffee from Musa be the test. Because Musa be the plant, now they orange more be the plant, but you get one small size, that coffee they now be they use for the whole year. That coffee they now me daddy because na coffee in be the take, na coffee they use for the whole year.
Grow na the not. Now an environmental issue no more for take care of the environment.
The environment, yes, sir.
Then nobody use resource location as an issue in Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
The geology of Sierra Leone is such that all the minerals and they run north-south. What they say the underlying rocks. They run north-south.
On this thing.
So therefore, it means all the minerals found in the south and in the east can be found in the north.
Of course.
This is where the value of education comes in. And that's why they are keeping people in ignorance.
Yes, when I make a say, why make them be called with the Athens of West Africa? Because I know what they mean.
Because Nigeria man and Ghana man be the can land. We see that be the dance.
Yeah, it's not functionable.
Look at.
I make a say, what they mean? It's not functionable.
You see your screen? You see the rocks there? You see this area where they pass behind so?
Yes, sir.
This is not the coastal swamp. And this go into Liberia. It go into Guinea. This area can produce 11 million metric tons of rice every year.
Wow.
With 2 yields. This area where they see now the aluminium ferric oxide zone.
Okay.
Defend aluminium, iron ore, etc.
Iron ore.
It extend kind to this is not the Sula Mountain region. This is where they are mining the iron ore at Ferengaya. This area we see now the diamondiferous and gold area. This conditions we see now they see so now. Why they tell you this not say can grow cacao and coffee na the north.
Cacao and coffee na the north, yeah. Okay.
The days don't pass so they lie per we self for stupefy.
Yeah.
Don't begin tell the people and the truth. Now make Sierra Leone into a place that will be good for every Sierra Leonean.
Period.
Enough of this rubbish. Enough
rubbish. Too much.
Thank you, I'll go sleep.
Yes, sir.
You can now let me ask one today. Me are not the custom. Father, be under me, the only thing I tell and true. It do so. It do so.
Really.
You do
Don't
so.
try to do something.
We all na family. Lord, we work together. Don't work together. Who that don't do bad, go confess, go beg pardon.
Period. Yeah, exactly.
That was what they did in Rwanda.
In Rwanda. Look where Rwanda served the boom today, although they serve now more or less a dictator. They bought the country they move.
It don't form.
Yeah. It's now other one, yeah.
I think now the power don't go na head.
Don't go na head, yeah, exactly. You know, and you know, say na Yoweri Museveni go together na Uganda. So now that same pattern. Yeah, now this the same pattern is every take. Yeah. The same pattern. Same pattern, yeah.
Okay, Sankara, we'll go talk on Friday.
Okay, sir. Good night, sir.
Right.
Yeah, we independence now na Italy Friday.
Independence are they celebrate, so they tell me the mere truth.
Yeah.
If you want to vex, na business.
Business. Let all come together. Yeah.
If you want to vex, me not care.
Yeah.
We go meet up Friday. We go talk again by God in power. Yeah.
Power. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Right,
Good night,
so
sir. Yeah.
now.
Okay. Yeah. Bye, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir. Bye. Yes, sir.
So fumble them. Everything has to come to an end. The new one they will come. Una subscribe to the channel, please. By beg, not to buy force. Una subscribe to the channel. Una like the video. Una help we for share and let go out. We need a change in Sierra Leone. And the change for be peaceful. Not to fight they make we. Not to cause they make we. We need for examine with problems them. We discuss them. We accept individually say, yes, this is the problem. Let us make a way to change it. Then we can change it. It's not impossible. It's very possible. It's very possible. It will take maybe time. It will take 5 years. It will take 10 years. Sometimes that's we not there again. But let it be. So that will be a legacy where una go inherit from we say, yes, this person, then come for help we unite. Then come for help build trust. This me better pass this. Now then they do so. Now this talk so. Let we left farm na salon do ya. If not so no more, they continue. Not they ever able to sit down together. We're not ever able to sit down together. Nobody know they were perfect. We all get fault. We all don't do something wrong one day or the other, one way or the other. But let us sit down and make peace. Make peace with ourselves internally and make peace with the world. And I thank you for listening to we. We will come back on Friday.
What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos. It's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe it.
Oh no, who go speak for the voiceless? Oh yeah. The system they're broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppress. Mama cry for the pikin where them put to rest. The streets they red like the sunset. Oh yeah. Bodies that fall, but we not forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders were the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone, we need salvation.